What's up, everybody? My name is Noah Meehan on The Arc of Truth, and today I'm going to be doing something different. I am going to be reviewing a movie called Deadpool 2. I actually just got out of it, which was about 3 hours ago, and I just returned home after taking a shower and that sort of thing. And I managed to get a nice, good shave. So now I'm going to be talking about Deadpool and how I think of the movie, and especially I'm especially going to talk about a lot of the social justice warrior stuff and how that has fit into the movie, because that has obviously been a part of their trailers, their commercial ads, that sort of thing. So this review is definitely going to contain spoilers. So if you guys are so triggered more than an SJW over Trump's comments on MS-13 like 2 days ago, now is your chance to get out. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, so I actually think that Deadpool was pretty good. I think that's what I think, but not as good as its predecessor. I think that it was kind of let down from its predecessor, and not in the ways that you think. It wasn't because of social justice warrior crap, but it was actually because it became more serious. It talked about how Deadpool lost his girlfriend, and now he's actually fighting with Cable and having to deal with this kid who's obviously has some anger management issues over being tortured by this institute over because he's a mutant. Obviously, this is an allegory of racism, but if you want to get a better look into how mutants and humans are supposed to be like an allegory of racism, go look at the original X-Men from 2000, I think it was. But again, I think that was actually kind of a reference to that movie. But let's talk about some of the SJW stuff. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with it, actually. Because this movie intentionally made fun of how much shit SJWs are. For instance, when Deadpool was in the X-Men mansion, I forgot what it was, the Xavier mansion. I don't know. I'm not a comic book fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, as you could obviously see. But from when he is in the mansion, resting, recuperating, he meets a Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which, by the way, he was right. That's the coolest name ever. And it turns out that her character is a lesbian, or at the very least bisexual, and she kind of goes full social justice war on him when she introduces her girlfriend, who's that pink Asian girl who was using the lightning whip thing in some of the trailers. So she basically says, "This is my girlfriend, you bigot." And basically what Deadpool does, and instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," like how SJWs usually expect, he just basically makes fun of them. He makes fun basically at the Asian chick. I forgot her character's name. But he makes fun of her over the fact of her pink hair. He actually compares her to Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. I'm not into that sort of thing, but it's so freaking perfect. I'm sorry. I'm laughing even now. But my favorite part is when he continuously, throughout the entire film, calls her Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, well, she's Asian. It's really freaking perfect. I love that. And here's another moment where he's making fun of SJWs. When they were about to exit the helicopter and go and save this kid, he basically says, "We are going to give ourselves a different name instead of X-Men, because it's so It's so lacking diversity, that sort of thing. It needs to be gender neutral and gender fluid, that sort of thing. And I forgot what his actual lines were. I'm sorry. But he says, we are gonna call ourselves X-Force. And then as they finally parachute out, almost everyone except Deadpool and Domino, those two do not die immediately. After they parachute, pretty much a lot of the almost all the higher people, including Peter, do die in the most ridiculous fashion. It's perfect. And okay, another SJW moment, which I think is my favorite part, because this involves Deadpool's relationship with Cable. And no, they're not gay or anything. It's not that. I mean, like, how they're kind of they were big rivals at the very beginning, and then they start helping out each other when dealing with this kid. So when Deadpool and Domino are trying to break this kid out of the prison bus, there was this other prisoner who we meet earlier called Black Ted, I think it was. Although, despite the fact that he's called Black Ted, he's actually a white guy. And Cable, while he's fighting Deadpool, uses a pistol to try to shoot Deadpool, which whether or not if he would hit Deadpool, it obviously wouldn't work. But he accidentally hits Black Ted, and Deadpool says, "You killed him, you racist son of a bitch! You killed Black Ted!" Oh dear God, it's perfect. And this whole gag is continuing on. Basically on the whole Cable's racism, which obviously it's bullshit, and you know that Deadpool is just trying to get under Cable's skin. But he constantly brings this up, and in fact, it's brought up during a scene with where Cable, Domino, Dopender, and Deadpool are actually heading to save this kid from what he's going to do, which would impact the future and also impact Cable. Cable just wanted to turn off the music that was playing, but although Dopender was about to, Deadpool was like, no, don't do that, you racist. That's so racist for what he's doing. And honestly, the jokes are better told in the movie than I can ever do them. So, yeah. But I think my favorite part, and this is in relationship to, in a reference to basically Justin Trudeau's stupid comment on people kind. At the very end, he talks to Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And before they leave, she says, "You are officially an X-Men." We are officially X-Men. And then he says, "No, you are an X-person." Just to be a bigger troll than probably Donald Trump would be in real life, and just to make fun of the more social justice warriors. I'm pretty sure that as the movie continues, there's going to be a lot of outrage from these SJW shitheads. A lot of outrage, just because they're making fun of them, and they're just making fun of the whole diversity case that every social justice warrior is trying to use. That's what it boils down to. Overall, I would say that I would give this film an 8 out of 10. While while not personally as good as its predecessor from 2016, I still think it holds up. It's entertaining, it has a lot of action, has a lot of blood if you're into that sort of thing, which kind of would be weird, but anyway, and it has a lot of good humor in it. A lot of them are spot on. And I laughed throughout the entire movie. I was probably worried for a moment that I would actually lose oxygen from the amount of laughter I was getting. But again, it's not as good as its predecessor, which I would personally give a 9 out of 10. Although it was a simple story from the beginning, including this one, they were still both pretty good, and they did the job of entertaining the public. And I could not expect anything less from this, especially from a superhero known as Deadpool. Now, next Friday, I'm going to be probably doing another review, and this is probably going to be my last review unless I see another film plagued by this social justice warrior bullshit. But I'm going to see Solo, a Star Wars story, because as a Star Wars fan, I kind of want to see that, but I'm kind of afraid of what might be resulted from this, because I've been hearing a lot of this stupid crap about Lando being pansexual and stuff. It's really weird, especially when sorry. Especially when it's already been established that Lando is a ladies' man. He's always been like that, and is always will be. And but let's not forget about that droid that I forgot her name, who's basically a droids rights activist. Try saying that 12 times or something. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I am hoping that this film does live out the true expectations of Star Wars. I really hope that's the case. My name is Noah Mianar, the Arc of Truth. Please post some comments down below, like this video, share it, and finally, subscribe to this channel. See ya.